prices. Steel 100 and a half. Yeah, she's coming down in volume. We can't tell. The tape's 40 minutes late. Oh, they're not even putting the volume. Okay. Hello? Oh, hello, Mr. Phillips. All the fools are full of blood. No, they won't take any limit orders. You got to take your chances and throw them in at the market.
What is it now? What's steel?
174.
But a moment ago it was 185.
Lady, in a market like this, a second is a lifetime and a minute is an eternity. Oh, Mr. Fairbanks. You want to let go of that TNT?
No, I'm going to buy more and average down. This decline can't go on forever.
What do you think, Mr. Fairbanks?
My guess as good as yours, no better. Just because I own the business doesn't make me a prophet. I wish it did.
$1.5 million. I've lost $1.5 million since breakfast. That's not possible. It doesn't make sense. God almighty.
Can't you do something? Here are some closing claw flashes. Steel, 174 off 12. Auburn, 130 off $60. Allied Chemical, 210 off 35. American Telephone, 204 off 28. Louisville and Nashville, 120 off 29. Thank you, exactly. They've got a boost roof to one.
Shine, sir? Shine, boss.
$40. U.S. industrial alcohol, 155 and 8, 26 7 8. General Railway signal, 77.
Yes, sir. I got the knuckle down now, boy. And certainly shine shoes. I know I ain't got no business in the stock market, but everybody else seems to get rich. So I bought me some stock market stock, too. Yes, sir, I bought me some good ones, boss, but there ain't no more good ones this day. Oh, I ain't finished yet, sir. Oh, thank you, sir, boss. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir, thank you. Thank you, sir, boss. This year sure ain't gonna buy no stock. Say, oh, wait a minute there, boss. You forgot your cool.
What's happened? What's happened? I'm a doctor. What happened?
Why don't someone get it out?
High fiber. Read all about it. Billion crosses, market crashes.
What's that they're yelling about now?
Oh, something about the market.
What market?
Oh, their silly stock market. I say, Thomas, look. That heavenly blue against that mauve curtain. Doesn't it excite you? You know, blue like that does something to me. Oh, I say, it's 5 o'clock. Cocktail time at the Emersons. Shall we go over?
Well, I don't know them, but I certainly could do with a cocktail.
A cocktail you shall have. Taxi. You know, you meet a lot of amusing people there. All the people that you hear about and some that you haven't stop in at Jim Emerson's about this time.
Hey, Extra, read all about the Wall Street crash. High fiber here. Read all about the Wall Street crash.
Hello? Yes. No, Mr. Emerson has not come in yet. No. No. Yes, I will, thank you.
Here we are, Tom. Hello, George.
Good afternoon, sir.
Well.
A nice day, sir.
Yes, indeed. You know, Tom, this is one place I've always wanted you to see. Don't you like it? Yes. You know, I designed it. Say, this one room is quite a sensation, I think. You know, the bedroom. Oh, my dear Billie, you look charming, my dear.
Oh, Johnny, I'm so glad you came.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you brought it. What is your name?
Tommy Delaney, thank you.
Well, the name doesn't matter very much, but he's very thirsty.
Stock prices virtually collapsed today, swept downward with gigantic losses in the most disastrous trading day in the stock market's history. Hysteria swept the country and stocks went overboard for just what they would bring at a forced sale.
Heavens, what's going to be the end of it all? Look at those steel quotations.
16 million shares changed hands in the stock market today. Think of it, 16 million shares. My God, give me a drink. That's Leona Maynard. She's a great comic on the stage.
Really? She looks more like Lady Macbeth today.
What are they doing? Where is it going to end? Down in that filthy Wall Street? I'm almost cuckoo. My life's earnings. I've sweat a century in every rat trap debtor in America, and a lot of half-witted brokers throw my savings into the nearest sewer. Give me another drink. I tell you not going.
So sorry. I'm out.
Oh, what a shame. I'm glad to see you. Hey, see for the rest of Thank you, Phyllis. Hey, Patty! Phyllis, darling. Oh, my dear. Well, I'm so glad you came. I brought Rena Sears with me. You know Rena. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. We just dropped in to look about. You did? Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know that my collection is quite up to standard, but there's that divine champion boxer, and there's that new German actor. Look there. See that one? And let me see now, oh, yes. There's that quite good-looking young playwright. You know, the one from the South who writes so indecently. Oh, I adore him. He's marvelous. Well, I'm not going to bother to do any introducing. I'm through with that. You point out for our Patty. Go on, darling. Point out, dear. Did you like it?
That same over and over again.
Nonsense. We've got to have a fair division of wealth. Those who labor must share in the profits. A socialistic administration, I tell you, is our one solution.
What's he saying? Does he know anything?
Well, if he does, means I'll have to get a job.
My dear, you were born with a job.
Oh, shoot.
That's nothing.
Thank you. Anything wrong? Well, I said to Mr. Sennett, you know, Mac, a career is wonderful, but I want to lead a simple life. I want to be married and have a home and babies. Oh, what's the matter with Mommy's little darling? Mercy, somebody spilled a cocktail.
That is a shame.
From here, he seized my hand in the cab, and he said, do you know what I'm going to do to you? And I said, something very old-fashioned, no doubt.
Phyllis, dear, I'm worried.
About us? Their conscience again?
No. It's money this time.
Ah.
The market has shaken me down badly.
Don't worry about that. I have money.
Phyllis,
Well, I mean my own, not Jim's.
would you think I could let you do a thing like that?
Well, I don't see why not. After all, nobody's got a better reason than I have for wanting to help you.
Well, it's very sweet of you, Phyllis. But I'm not going to take your money. And I'm not going to share you any longer.
What do you mean?
Just that. I want you to tell Jim how things stand between us. And come away with me.
And what are we going to live on?
What I could save out of the market. A little you have could take care of your clothes.
Ah, a Scot.
Don't you love me enough?
You know I love you.
Then we'll have to tell Jim everything.
Hello there. Oh, George.
Yes, miss?
Is Mr. Emerson in?
Not yet, miss.
His latest playmate, the pretty Letitia.
Yeah. Come here to show off her new pearls. Thank you. Letitia, darling, how sweet of you to come. I'm always on hand, darling. Just the old faithful. Do you want a drink? No, thanks. I'm drenched with cocktails already. Oh, so those are the pearls that everybody's been talking about. Oh, darling, listen. Come on over here in a good light and let me take a good look at them. Oh, they're lovely. Aren't they perfect? And the color. Exquisite. Darling, where did you get them? Your husband gave them to me. Did he? Yes. What I mean is, he gave me a tip on the stock market. Well, it took more than one tip. And I cleaned up such a pretty bit of money. So I say they're Jim's pearls. Then he's got such an exquisite taste, hasn't he? Yes, darling. See that you paid for them. Come in, Mr. Miles.
Good afternoon,
Hello.
Mrs. Emerson. Has Jim sent any word?
Oh, he'll be home at any moment. You come on in and have a drink. Listen, things really is bad.
Wait a minute. Think of the papers involved in the past days. They are. They're pretty
I was in the Great War. I went to France to make the world safe for democracy. And what did we do? We made the world safe for the advertising business and the bootleggers and the gangsters.
Oh, you're just an old crab.
Madam, I'm a philosopher.
Same thing.
How are things downtown, Mr. Miles?
Oh, how do you do, Mrs. Vincent? I don't know how they could be much worse. The bottom has dropped out of the world today.
Not really. Hey, are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good heavens. Oh. But then Jim's handling my things for me. Surely Jim wouldn't...
Yes, Jim is my one hope, too. I wish he'd come.
Well, I don't get panicky if he does come.
Hello? Yes. No, Mr. Emerson's not come home yet. Oh, just hold the wire a minute, please. Oh, Mr. Emerson, this call is for you, sir.
Who is it?
It's your office, sir.
I'll take it.
Oh, George,
Sir?
don't tell anyone I'm here.
Very good, sir.
Hello? Oh, hello, Jerry. I just got in. No, I tried every bank in town. Even if we had Liberty bonds, I don't think they'd take them. Yes, I know how you feel, old man. I guess you're right, Jerry. We're finished. Washed up. Oh, sure. Goodbye, Jerry.
Jim?
Oh, hello, Harvey.
Hello, Jim. I'm cleaned out, Jim. But I've got a chance to save a little in the morning if I could get...
Sorry, Harvey. You know I would, but I can't. I went down the chute today along with the rest.
Thanks just the same. I forgot my hat.
Let me get it for you.
No, don't bother.
Just wait a minute. Well, there's some consolation. We're in good company anyway.
That's right, Jim. That's right.
Hello, dear.
Hello, darling. Well, aren't you going to come in?
If I must.
Of course. A whole lot of people here want to talk to you about the market. What's it all about, anyway?
Hanged if I know.
The owner Maynard is frothing at the mouth for information.
Phyllis, isn't that Eddie Vincent's wife?
Yes. She's waiting for him to come over. Why?
He won't be here.
Oh, my dear. Did he say he wasn't going to come in for cocktails?
No, but he won't be here anymore. Eddie's dead.
What are you saying?
He jumped out of a 22nd story window about an hour ago.
Oh, Jim. Oh.
But don't tell her here. Let her get home first.
Hello, Jim. Where's Eddie? Isn't he with you?
No, he isn't coming. He told me to send you home.
Home?
You can use my car if you like.
Oh, well, perhaps I won't stay any longer then. Goodbye, everybody. An awfully nice time, Dennis. Goodbye, my dear. Goodbye. Goodbye, Jim. Come on, Jim. Why all the silence? I'm in on this thing, too.
What is it? What's happened?
Eddie Vincent's committed suicide.
What?
Oh, Jim, this is too terrible. What's the matter with him? money. My stocks. How are they?
You're broke. I'm broke. I don't know anyone who isn't. I'm sorry, Letitia.
Oh, good heavens. Oh, my stocks and bonds are gone. That's what I get for trusting a friend.
Ah, it's a shame. That's what it is, a shame. There, darling. Never mind. After all, you still have your beautiful pearls. Look at me. All I've got is my good old American can.
Jim.
Anything I can do for this?
I know. Lieutenant James Stanton Emerson?
I'm Emerson.
I'm supposed to look after you.
Oh, how nice.
Shall we dine?
With pleasure. I'm certainly lucky having you to take care of me. Wonder how it is I never met you before. What have I done?
I have a confession to make to you. Look.
Miss Amy Breckenridge. That's a pretty name.
But it isn't mine.
What?
You see, my name's Mary Lane, but Amy drew you, so I traded her my caption for you.
Showing you having the proper respect for rank. Why did you?
Because I wanted to be with you.
Did you tell her that?
Oh, you see, she and Deborah, that's my other friend, they both think you and I know each other very well.
What gave her that idea?
I did.
What?
Don't be angry.
Well, of course I'm not, but I am surprised.
Well, that isn't all. Last week I wore some flowers, and I told them they came from you.
Well, how long has this been going on?
2 years?
Have I been sending you flowers for 2 years?
Oh, no. I mean, in 2 years since we met.
Say, this is getting interesting. Let's get out of here and go into this. So we have met then?
Yes.
Where?
An affair that Miss Abbott gave, 2 years ago. I wasn't 17 yet, so of course you didn't notice me. I gave you a sandwich.
That was nice of you.
And then I've seen you since.
Where?
When you were campaigning for President Wilson. My aunt from New York was staying with us. She's a suffragette. You know, thinks all women should be allowed to vote. And I went with her. You made a speech.
I did not.
Why, you did.
I didn't.
Oh, yes, you did. A beautiful speech. I'll never forget the way you said, fellow citizens, we must re-elect President Wilson. He's the only man who can keep us out of war.
What a good guesser I was, huh?
Oh, it wasn't just as saying it. It was the way you said it. You were so sincere. And handsome, too. I tried to buy a picture of you, but they only had President Wilson and Vice President Marshall. Oh.
Hmm?
I said, oh.
And I said, hmm?
Well, because
You can't say this because you haven't known me long enough. 2 years. 2 years is surely good for one little kiss. Especially such a little one.
I guess we better go back.
Really want to?
No.
Let's walk. Let's walk out there, hmm?
Shall I show you our golf links?
That's a good idea. We'll walk the full course.
Oh, it takes 2 hours to go around. I think a little of the golf course will go quite a way tonight.
I'll want plenty of time, though.
Time?
To catch up. I've got to get as well acquainted with you as you are with me.
Oh, I see. All right, let's begin. I'm 19 now. Oh, but I told you that. And wait, I live over there. See?
Lovely old place.
Looks better at night.
What's your favorite flower?
Who's your favorite motion picture actor?
If we answered those questions truthfully, we should really know each other. Now I'm going to ask a real one. Are you engaged?
Mercy, no. At 19?
Oh, why not?
Well, to be sure. But I'm not.
That's good.
You?
No, sir. Just think of it. A beautiful old garden, Virginia moonlight, and we 3.
3?
You, I, and Faith.
Oh.
3 of us walking in the garden. Eden was never like this.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Perfect setting. Well, why don't you ask me for what?
For what? What makes you think you can do that?
Can't I? Mustn't I?
I guess it's too romantic here.
I'll be just as romantic in that cotton patch if that's where you're headed. Because we're taking it with us, the romance. It's following us like our shadows. See? There it is. We can't escape.
You're just making fun of me because I told you all that.
Oh, what?
About remembering you for 2 years.
No, I'm not. I like you so much that I think I'm going to be in love with you in just a minute now.
Don't lie to me.
You sweet. What's that patch of light down there through the trees?
Where? Oh, it's a lake. I'll show it to you if you'll promise not to call it a pond, because it's a lake to us.
All right, I promise. Shall we go down there?
All right. time is it?
I can't see. Wait till we get some light. The moon's nearly gone. Good heavens. I thought I'd politely tied you together.
Isn't a sound. Well, what's happened to the music?
I don't know.
Heavens, they're gone in my wrap.
I'll get it for you, sweet. You wait here, darling.
I wonder if anybody missed us.
Of course not.
What time is it, anyway?
After 1.
It's been ages.
A second.
Come on, darling, I'll show you the shortcut. Good night, my dear.
Good night, darling.
I'm just saying good night now and hating it.
So am I.
And soon it'll be goodbye. How can I bear that?
How can I?
Do you know when they'll be sending you?
No.
You know, I'm just beginning to realize what war means. Millions like you going.
Do you think there are millions like me, darling? Don't do that, sweet. We mustn't be dramatic about it. We must just act as if it's nothing very important, you know.
Well, I'll try. When shall I see you?
My next leave is Saturday.
It's way off, isn't it?
I know, but I'll be thinking of you every minute.
Yes.
It's been wonderful. I've never known anyone as lovely as you are. You're really wonderful.
Now, darling, really, you must go.
All right. Good night.
Good night, my love. And when you walk down that lane, I want you to remember that I've loved you for 2 years. Not just a night.
Well, another advance in the Argonne. Well, the Allies will tire them out first and then wipe them out when they're ready.
The darn old war will be over before I'm old enough to go.
I should hope so.
I should be very proud to have a son in this scrap. We're going to come out of it a finer nation, purged by fire.
I'm glad you think so. But it seems to me there ought to be better ways than this to make the world a decent place to live in.
Why, Mary, what's turned you into a pacifist all of a sudden? I hope it wasn't that young lieutenant you met. What's his name?
Lieutenant James Stanton Emerson, 309th Infantry. Tall, handsome, and charming. Describes him perfectly, my dear brother.
Just wait till some of these smart young officers get back into civilians again. There'll be a lot of broken romances lying around.
If that's a hit at me, Dad, I've seen him in his civilian clothes.
Never mind, honey. The war ain't gonna last more than a few days longer.
How do you know?
Because they took my David, and he ain't never keep a job more than 2 weeks in his life.
Have you heard from him since the dance?
Well, after all, Mother, this is only Tuesday, and the dance was Saturday. Miss Mary, can I get a peep at your captain? Lieutenant Abbott. Lieutenant, Captain, Colonel, Lord High Commander, they's all the same to me when they got the regimentals on.
Oh, when shall we have the pleasure of seeing this paragon of yours?
Next time he has leave, which will be Saturday.
Hello!
Oh, come on in, Deborah.
Why, I know this is an unheard-of order they called, but I'm all a-twitter. Why, the saddest news, but it's so exciting.
Well, sit down, have a hot waffle.
Oh, Mrs. Lane, I wouldn't dare have a waffle. I have a lump in my throat right now.
What's it all about?
My dear, they're leaving.
Who's leaving, Deborah?
The men. The men at the camp, of course. Now, what else could upset me so?
You mean they're all leaving?
Well, all the officers we know. The attractive ones. It was a sudden order. Oh, my dear, just think of it. They're going to France. Actually going through submarines and shell holes and trenches and barbed wire right up to the front to wear steel hats and stick their bayonets through the bosses.
Why, what is it, dear?
Nothing. Isn't it just too thrilling? Thrilling? I think it's dreadful sending those men over there to be slaughtered like cattle. If I ever have a son, he'll never go to war.
Well, what's got into her?
I think she's quite right. A lot of old fogies sit around a table creating a war for young men to go out and get killed in.
First time anything has ever happened in this family to make us feel ashamed.
Well, I'm not ashamed. I suppose I ought to be, but I'm not. You see, Mother, I love him. And we would have been married if he hadn't been called away so suddenly. Well, of course, I'm sorry for you and Father. That's why I'm going up to New York.
All right, well, it's all for the best. I've written your aunt. She knows when to expect you.
I like Aunt Julia. She and I ought to get along together.
She's terribly broad-minded, if that's what you mean.
Oh, please, Mother, darling, don't be so unhappy about it. Oh, don't you see, dear, it's so much better this way. I'll go up to New York and Aunt Julia will be there. Oh, my dear. Put those in the taxi.
Yes, ma'am.
How's your mother?
Oh, she's very well, very well.
Such a friendly little pretty doll. Here we are, my dear. This is it. Otherwise, home.
Oh, it's lovely.
It's what we call home in New York. But make no mistake, my honey. Air shafts and elevators notwithstanding. New York is the only place to live. It's in the air. It's electric. It's something. Anyhow, you're going to like it. Hear me? Like it.
You don't have to threaten me. I shall.
Give me your hat. And your coat. Oh, I just can't wait to see your hair bobbed.
Cut my hair?
Child, women have cut more than their hair.
That's just a symbol. We've cut a lot of the old silly nonsense. We can get good jobs now and hold them. We're not dependents any longer. And what's more, we've kicked the bottom out of that old bucket known as the double standard. Come, sit down, darling. Here's a pillow.
Thank you.
Are you comfy?
Perfectly.
We'll have some tea in a minute. And then I'll stop talking long enough to let you tell me a little more of what your mother wrote.
Aunt Julia, I hope you aren't terribly disappointed in me, too.
Nonsense. It's just another of those biological events. Listen, little southern daughter of an age of chivalry. Today a woman can face life as honestly as a man can. I mean by that, this sort of thing is no longer a tragedy. It isn't even good melodrama. It's just something that's happened.
You're saying all that to make it easier for me. It's nice of you. Oh, Aunt Julia, it would all be so easy for me. If I only knew he'd come back to me alive.
How is she?
Her condition's just fine.
What is it?
It's a boy. First one today.
Dr. Mulvis will be right down.
Shall I take him now?
Oh, no. Not yet, please.
Will you may come in, Miss Warren?
You're sure it's a boy?
Yes, it's a boy.
Hello, darling.
Oh, look, Aunt Judy.
Oh, the blessed lamb.
Sweet. He looks just like his father.
Yes, all but the uniform.
What is all that noise?
I wish you could see the streets. This is what you might call a real celebration.
For my baby's birthday.
It'll be easy to remember, darling. Do you know what that din means? They've signed the armistice. Yes, really. The war is over.
War's over. Now he can come back to us.
Yes.
I'll have to hurry and get my strength back.
They can't all come on the first ship, you know.
Oh, you'll be one of the first. And if he knew about this... Oh, how long will it be, I wonder, before he can come back to us?
A month or two. cover's off again. Oh, bad. You all right? Young man, what are you going to say to your father when you're introduced? Hmm? If I were you, I'd do a little quiet falling out. I'd at least say, I am the so-and-so. Didn't you drop my mother a letter when you walked out on her? However, use your own judgment. You old squiggle.
Hello.
Well, it's so wonderful to see you again.
Well, it's wonderful to be back.
Jim!
Well, Helen.
Hello, darling. It's so exciting to see you.
I'm glad to be here.
You can't kiss every woman in this town. Tell me, who's that pretty girl in the brown hat?
I don't know. Isn't she with you?
No, she's not with us. I said. It's a good thing I know how good-looking you look in civilian clothes, or else I'd put the whole thing down to the uniform.
Well, where do we go from here? Go there. What do you want to do, boy? The town's yours. There's just three things this soldier wants to do.
Don't name them.
What is it? What happened? Did you?
Yes, I saw him.
And?
And he didn't know me.
Didn't know you?
No. There he was, packed with a crowd of his friends. He spoke to me, he shook hands with me. And he didn't know who I was.
After all, dear, he only saw you that one evening.
One evening. That's a lifetime for me.
But, darling, lots of things have happened since then. He's been in France, in the war. And don't forget, dear, you're changed, too. Your hair is bobbed. Your clothes are different. You do look another girl.
That's a compliment to you, Julia. You've done me over with a vengeance. The Julia Warren shop guarantees to make you over so that the father of your baby won't know you. But if he were changed 1,000 ways, I'd still know him.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. There's one thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to tell him who I am or let him know that he has a son. Just imagine, Julia, walking up to a man who doesn't even recognize you and telling him he's the father of your child. Well, he might even deny it. Say it isn't true. And I couldn't bear that. Oh, I'll just go on as I am. As we are. And maybe someday he'll remember. How would he know where to find you? You where I lived. He could find me if he wanted to. Julia, will you do something for me?
Of course, dear.
Will you let me come into your shop with you?
Darling, I'd be so glad if you would.
I want to work. I've got to think about my son's future. Oh, hello, Aunt Julia.
Hello, darling. Where have you been?
Oh, for a walk?
Been gone quite a while.
Yes, I hadn't realized it was so late. How's my baby?
Oh, fine.
How is my great big... Why, you're awake. What do you mean by being awake at this hour, huh? Come on, darling. Sit up and tell us. Do you want to sit up? Do you want to sit up? Come on. How are you? Huh? Did you miss your mommy, huh? You did, you sweet thing. Come on, smile at me. Smile for me before you go to sleep, won't you? Look, I'll show you something cute. Look here. Boo. Boo. Ah, you remember? Want to play with it? No? Come on. Let me take your baby away. Good night. Good night. There you go.
Janet will have dinner at 7:30.
Oui, madame. Oh, who's coming to dinner?
The boyfriend?
He's nice. I like him.
So do I. I wish he were a little older.
Why?
I'd marry him. Oh, he's asked me often enough. I've no patience with cradle-snatching women.
Oh, nonsense. He's not that much younger than you are.
No, but still.
Well, he does love you, Julia. That's all that counts.
There he is now.
Good evening, monsieur.
Hello, Janet. Miss Warren got home?
Oui, monsieur.
Good. Get the other case.
Well, come in. Come in.
Hello, Duck.
Oh, Duck. That's a nice pet name.
Hello, Bob.
For heaven's sake, what is all that?
That? Just a little protection against prohibition. It's liable to be a long, dry spell. And how is the young man?
Fine. Want to look at him?
Sure. Ducky, I just love babies. Would that make any difference to you?
Not really.
Believe it or not, I looked that way once.
You never did.
Only more angelic.
Jackass.
Jackass. Jackass.
He walks in, says hello, and goes right to the piano. I'm beginning to think he likes the piano better than he does me.
Lady, it's this way. Ever since I was a little angelic baby, I've wanted to be a pianist.
A pianist?
A great pianist.
Oh.
Instead, fate ordained that I become an advertising man. Writing slogans to get morons like you to buy things they don't want.
I never buy things I don't want.
So you see, the piano is really my dead love.
Yeah. And you expect me to play second fiddle to a dead piano? Charming.
Dark.
You two idiots. You see? Idiots.
Oh, Ducky. If I couldn't ease my soul, pour out my love for you in a flood of golden melody, I'd die.
But nice ears you've got. I never noticed. Don't whistle. Just play. I don't like that. Play this. Oh, shine on the harvest moon up in the sky.
You're flat.
I don't care. Ain't had no love but since January, February, June, and July.
Darling, you're still flat.
I like it like that. Go on playing. I'm doing the singing.
But I can't play and hold my ears at the same time.
Then shine on a harvest moon for me and my gal.
Julia, I'm going out.
Mary. Where are you going? Dinner's ready.
Julia, I'm going to see Jim. I can't stand this any longer. I'm going to him and tell him who I am.
Why this sudden decision?
It isn't sudden. Do you know where I was today? Where I go whenever I get a moment from the shop? I go and stand in the street near his house or his office. I stand there and wait for him to go in and out, hoping he'll recognize me and speak to me. And I've never had the courage to approach him. Well, I'm going to swallow my pride. I'm going to him now, tell him that I love him, that he has a son and we can't go on without him any longer.
Mary. Wait. I have something to show you. I didn't want to show it to you, but... That's that. The end of another chapter in my life. Good night, Eddie. Happy New Year to you. Oh, Miss Lane, how about Mrs. Harvey's gown? Oh, dear. She was expecting it, too. I'm afraid it'll have to go tonight. But leave the other things till after the holiday. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night. Happy New Year. Goodbye. Hello, Mumsy. Hello, darling. You think I was never coming?
No, I didn't mind. I was reading.
If this light will ruin your eyes...
Oh, there was a lot of light coming in through your shop window.
Come here. There. Now tell me, what have you been doing today?
Oh, nothing.
Well, I hope you did it well.
That's good. Oh, gee. 2 more days and I've got to go back to school.
Oh, don't start worrying about that now. Think of all the fun we can have in 2 days.
Well, what are we going to do tomorrow?
What would you like to do?
Well, there's a Charlie Chaplin picture down the Strand.
Tell me something. Do you ever do anything besides look at the pictures?
Well, I read books sometimes, don't I?
Yes, sometimes.
Yeah. Say, Mother, do you think we could see the hockey game at the Madison Square Gardens?
Well, we'll see.
Oh, heck. Guess that means no, doesn't it?
No, take care of that after the holidays. Yeah, that's right. Same to you. Hello. Oh, hello, old man. Yes, I'll be delighted to join you. I'm a bachelor now, you know. No, nothing like that. Phyllis is in Europe. Okay, 10:30 St. Regis. I'll be there. Come in.
Good night, Mr. Emerson, and a Happy New Year.
Same to you, Johnny.
Thanks.
Leaving, Johnny?
Yes, Miss Gordon. Happy New Year.
Same to you. Good night. Car's ready, Mr. Emerson. Sure there's nothing else?
Not a thing, thank you. Well, I guess we're going to have a real New Year's.
And a happy one for you, I hope.
Same to you.
Thanks. Good night.
Good night. Well, I'll be.
Something wrong?
What? Well, no. Another of my mysterious New Year's messages. Sincerest wishes for a happy and prosperous year to come. From one who does not forget. The first one came the year I was married. I thought it was from my wife, but it wasn't. They've been coming regularly ever since.
Funny, too. They always arrive about the same time.
I'd give a lot to know whom they're from. One who does not forget.
I'll take this. Get the hors d'oeuvres ready and serve them when the guests arrive. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I must say, there was a time when this meant something to you.
When what meant something to me?
My music. That piece particularly.
Oh, don't be so romantic.
There you are. A woman doesn't care about the little things once she's caught a man. Why, you haven't even noticed my new dress suit.
Why, of course I have. It's lovely.
Oh, Ducky. Let's never be like other married people. You know, just matter of fact and take each other for granted.
Why don't I try to remember your birthday every year and things like that? Don't be silly. I'm a busy woman.
Yes, Ducky. I want a cocktail, and I want it now.
Well, you'll wait till Mary's here.
Yeah, speaking of busy women, there's one. She's done more with her business in a year than you did with yours in 5.
Well, I like that.
She has, hasn't she?
She is a demon for work, but I think it's rather pathetic.
She seems happy enough, especially when the boy's home from school.
He's wonderful to her, and she's crazy about him. Even so, I think she works the way she does to forget. She's not like me, just a mule.
Yes, Ducky.
What did you say?
Oh.
Good evening, Fling. Good evening, Alice. Young man, you're getting entirely too fresh.
Well, it's true, Mommy. It's what he said.
Well, hello, you two.
Mary?
Hello, darling. Sorry we're late. What kept you so long? Huh? 4 generations of Astors came in at the last moment, all wanting to look like Greta Garbo. I'll hurry and dress.
I'm just dying for a cocktail. I'll never say you're flat again.
No. I'll stay flat.
Hello. Hello, David. Happy New Year to you. Give me your hat and coat.
Oh, no bother.
No bother. Don't be silly.
Thanks. Hello, Bob.
Hello, Dave.
Hello, young fella.
Hello, David. I mean, Mr. Reynolds.
David's all right. Are you having a good vacation?
Yes, sir.
And when do you have to go back to school?
The 3rd of January, sir. I'll tell Mother you're here.
I do that.
Mary's getting herself all beautiful for you.
I wish it were for me.
David's downstairs.
Mr. Reynolds to you.
Okay, Mummy. Gee, you look keen.
Think so, Jimmy? I haven't finished with my makeup yet.
You don't need makeup. You get by without it.
Just the same, I'm not going to take any chances.
Say, Mummy. I've been wondering.
What about, dear?
Mr. Reynolds, are you going to marry him?
Well, of all it. What a question.
Well, are you?
He hasn't asked me yet.
Get out.
No.
Why don't you ask him?
Well, ladies don't usually ask gentlemen to marry them.
Oh. Well, how would you like me to ask him for you?
Jimmy, what an idea.
Oh, I wouldn't mind. I'd just go up to him and say, look here, Mr. Reynolds. I want to know
Jimmy, if you dare to do a thing like that.
All right. Don't get excited. I won't, if you don't want me to.
You'd better not. What are you laughing at?
Oh, nothing.
Jimmy, you know, you think I'm kidding about this, but I'm perfectly serious. Do you hear me?
Yes, Mummy.
Come on, let's go down. Remember now, I don't want to hear one more word on this.
Well, I'm not doing anything.
How's the advertising? Advertising business. I'm going to write a book. Hello, Mary. Happy New Year.
Thank you. How far ahead are you?
Not so far you can't catch up.
Well, here's to happiness and success.
Let me see.
Hello, darling.
Good, huh?
They're terribly good.
Little brand of her own. She calls them the hyena's kiss.
You look very lovely.
Thank you. And thank you for your flowers.
Thanks, Bob, old fellow. Thank you.
That imp of mine has threatened to embarrass me.
What about?
You? Look up. Said I was going to speak to you seriously about your intentions when I told him you hadn't asked me to marry you.
What? Well, why didn't you tell him how many times I had asked you?
Don't dare let him know I'm telling you this now.
I like that boy. Now listen, if you don't promise to give me an answer, and the right one tonight, I'll tell him right now.
I'll give you an answer.
When?
Next year.
What?
That's only about 4 hours away.
Oh, of course, New Year's.
At midnight.
Remember, it's a promise. I'm mad about you. Have been for years.
I haven't even got a kick yet. Way behind.
Let me see your eyes. How you doing? Darling, you are very... I don't know.
Never miss Reginald. Never miss Reginald.
Oh, Jimmy, darling, will you get back up tonight?
Say, where are we going tonight? Where are we going?
The St. Regis, aren't we, Julia? I love going to expensive restaurants. I love the lights and the glitter. I want to be just an empty bauble in a gay and thoughtless life.
Come on, that's easy.
Come on, everybody.
That's just the way I feel. I'm going to have some fun tonight or else. Give me a coat, dear.
Oh, right.
Thank you, Jimmy. We are on board. Here's the hat and the coat. Oh, boy, am I going to have fun tonight. Thank you. More fun. I'm going to dance with my mom.
You. Are you sure, darling, you don't mind my leaving you alone tonight?
Oh, that's all right. I can read better when I'm by myself.
Well, I tell you, I'll ring you up at 12 o'clock and wish you a happy New Year.
Now, wait for the whistle. I never get over the feeling when I start out this way that I'm going to have an adventure.
I know what you mean.
Lights and music.
Laughter and the love all over.
Good night, dear darling. Good night. Happy New Year. Good night.
Good night, Jimmy, boy. Happy New Year.
Goodbye, darling. Good night. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Don't drink anymore.
Well, good night, Jimmy, and a Happy New Year.
Good night, sir, and Happy New Year yourself. Oh, Mommy, if you have any interesting news, you can tell me that, too.
Well, we can't talk here. Shall we go?
If you like.
The man wants arrested.
Sharon Arms, 68.
Yes, sir. Sharon Arms, 68th Street.
Haven't we met before?
You say. Have we?
Well, look here now. When a man makes that opening lead, it isn't playing the game to pin him down like that, you know.
Oh. Is it a game?
Oh, no, let's not call it that ugly word, game. I don't like it either. It doesn't belong with you.
Why not? You're only trying to be tactful now. Don't. Go right on with the next step.
It's your move next.
I've just played. I'm following your lead.
Do you know something? When I saw you tonight across the room, for just a moment, I did think I knew you.
Yes?
That isn't possible, is it?
Why not? Men have been known to forget. And women, too.
But I couldn't have forgotten anyone so lovely as you are. Anyway, when you looked at me, it didn't matter whether I knew you or not. Nothing mattered just then except this. Isn't this pleasant to you, too? Hmm? Say yes. Isn't this better than a noisy crowd and too much light?
I should be rude, I suppose, if I didn't say yes.
I don't have to tell you how very attractive you are.
I like hearing it, though.
You're pretty, lovely.
And the compliment coming from such an excellent judge as James Stanton Emerson means more than...
Oh, the girl is not only pretty, but clever, too.
Thank you. Thank you kindly, sir.
She can hold her own.
Any girl who can't these days in this town had better go back to...
Well, where to?
Where she came from.
Don't leave us. New York needs you. I need you.
You and New York.
But tell me, how do you happen to know so much about me?
Why, you were almost a public figure. You were in the papers. Mr. and Mrs. James Stanton Emerson gave a dinner last evening. Oh, where is this?
Well, we can have a drink here and then go places if you like. May I take your coat? Shall we have a little music?
Yes, if you like. Some friends friend's apartment?
I know it's mine.
This isn't where you live.
What makes you think I do?
Well, I've never seen a place so completely without the feminine touch.
Well, this is where I live, all right. The other apartment is where I sleep, breakfast, and sometimes dine. Shall we have a little drink to hurry the year along?
Yes, thank you.
There we are. Well, we're just in time. Happy New Year.
A Happy New Year to you. Oh.
What is it?
May I use your phone?
Of course, there it is.
Thank you. I promised to phone someone at midnight.
Want me to go somewhere while you talk?
No.
I warn you, I shall listen.
You can hear what I have to say. Chelsea, 31662. Yes.
Hello? Oh, hello, Mother. Is that you?
Hello, dear. Yes, darling. A Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to yourself. Gee, can you hear the whistles? I can hardly hear you. Say, did anything happen tonight?
Oh, yes. Lots of things.
No, I mean, did Mr. Reynolds ask you yet?
No, not yet. I'll tell you all about it in the morning, darling, not now.
He didn't? You better let me ask him for you.
Perhaps I should. All right. Good night, dear.
I envy him. That look as you talk to him. If ever you looked at me like that.
His luck.
Who was he?
Wouldn't you like to know?
There is something I would like to know. Who are you?
Oh, you want to know so many things, Mr. Emerson.
To be sure I do.
Does that make it better? Knowing?
Why, I can't even guess things about you. What kind of a life you've lived? Have you been very happy or very sad mostly?
And usually you can tell all about a woman at a glance.
Usually it is pretty easy.
I really wish I had known who you are. How much more exciting to be mysterious.
You're right.
Two people meet. They look into each other's eyes across a room. Across the years. Isn't that the ideal way? No questions asked, no questions answered.
You are marvelous. Don't do that.
What?
Go very far from me. I like you enormously. Does it worry you being here?
Yes, but not in the way you might imagine.
You're not afraid then?
No.
You like me?
Yes.
You know, This is the most delightful New Year's I've ever spent. If you knew how to look forward to being bored tonight. And to think.
Don't think. Why think? Just live in the moment. This moment.
Oh, but I want more than just this moment. I'm already thinking when I can see you again. Would tomorrow be too soon?
Too soon. Much too soon.
Don't be absurd.
Life is absurd sometimes.
You're right. Well, don't be like life, then.
How shall I be?
Be like fiction, like romance.
False, but pleasant.
I want something that isn't true to life for a change. Like this.
A happy ending, even?
A happy ending.
I'll bet that in 6 months, in 1 month, you'll have forgotten we ever met. Oh, we might even say, how do you do, and shake hands and all that. And you'd pass on thinking, that face is familiar. Where did I meet her?
Don't be silly. Will you have some coffee?
No, thank you. It's almost morning.
And I still don't know your name. You've been here 6 hours, and I don't know any more about you now than the first moment I met you.
Don't you?
Accept it. You are adorable. Tell me, are you married? A lover? There must be someone.
There is.
The one at the table with you tonight?
Yes. He wants to marry me. I was to give him his answer at midnight. And then you beckoned to me and...
Are you going to marry him?
It's my little secret.
When can I see you again?
Not ever. Well, let's leave it at this. Just a moment together and then gone. I've had 2 moments like this in my life.
I'm jealous of the other.
You needn't be.
Won't you, please?
Oh, no, this must be the end. Otherwise, it'd be... complications. It's so much better to leave it at this. Perfect. Goodbye. And thank you for a Happy New Year.
Hello, Mommy.
Hello, dear. What are you doing up at this hour?
Waiting for you. Say, Mommy.
Yes?
How about David? I mean, Mr. Reynolds. Am I going to have a father?
Would you mind very much if you had to get along with just a mother?
Gee, no. I really like it this way better. I was only kidding about that. I thought it'd be nicer for you.
We can get along all right, don't you think? Hmm? Just us?
Swell.
Mary, darling, what are you doing? Trying to cram a lifetime into a letter.
You shouldn't be up at this hour. Where's the nurse?
She's gone downstairs for a moment. I'm all right.
Darling, you know what the doctor said.
I know what the doctor didn't say. Julia, will you send for Jimmy the first thing in the morning?
Why? Of course, dear. And now won't you please try to get a little sleep?
I can't. Now, please don't scold me. And don't try to stop me. I've got to finish this. And I've so little time left.
Mary.
Oh, Julia, darling. Please now run along to bed.
Darling, darling.
How is she?
Bob, I can't stand it. She's sitting up in bed, writing. She says the doctor hasn't fooled her. But she knows in a few more hours she'll be gone. Doesn't think, Bob. She's only a child. She wants Jimmy here in the morning.
What do the other doctors say?
What can they say? The same thing. A heart.
Darling.
Jimmy. Hurry, darling. Julia, why doesn't he come?
They're bringing him as fast as they can, dear. They left the school at 8 o'clock this morning.
I must say something to him. I mustn't go yet. I must wait for him. Doctor, you'll see that I'm on hand when he gets here. Else you're no good.
Your boy's coming. I wouldn't talk now if I were you.
Miss Madden.
Yes, sir.
When did you give her that last time?
About half hour ago.
I see. Well, I'd repeat the dose every half hour until the boy comes.
Do you think she has a chance?
Julia?
Yes, dear.
Julia? Letter.
Yes, darling.
See it?
Is this it?
Yes. It's all one letter. Imagine. Julia. See if he gets there. As soon as I'm...
Darling. I will. I will.
Listen, Doctor. Doctor. I'm getting weaker. I don't want him to see me like this. Can't you do something?
Of course I can. Miss Madden, the height rope.
Julia. Yes, dear. Julia, he's here. Quick.
Yes, darling, I'll fetch him.
Hello, Jimmy.
Hello, Alice.
I'll take her.
Thank you. Where's Mother?
Why,
She's upstairs.
How are Julia? Well, Jimmy, dear. Here you are. They told you how it is, Jimmy. Mother is sick and wants to see you. She's quite sick. Jimmy, darling, you must be brave now. Show Mother how strong you can be.
Is she gonna die? Jimmy. Oh, why doesn't he come? Mummy. Oh, Jimmy, darling. Oh, darling, you're getting to be so big. Why, you'll be a young man in a minute. Come close. My baby, there are hard things in life we all have to face. But they're not as bad as people make out. Cowardly people. Getting very sick and even dying isn't so terrible, really. Just means getting along without each other for a little longer time than going away to school or things like that. So, darling, I've got to go away for quite a long time. And I want you to promise to be as good a boy when you're big as you have been to Mother when you were little. Shh, darling. Oh, don't cry.
I'm not crying, Mummy. Honest, I'm not crying.
Julia, a letter. See that it gets there.
Yes, darling, I will.
Thanks, tomorrow. Jim? Jim, open the door. Everybody's gone. Jim?
Phyllis,
Darling, what is all this? I don't think that was very nice of you, shutting yourself up when all those people wanted to talk to you about the market.
I'm sorry, Phyllis.
Oh, you frightened me.
Frightened you? How?
Well, Eddie Vincent committing suicide and you telling Letitia she was broke and you were broke and locking yourself in.
And you thought I was going to commit suicide, too?
Well.
No. I've gotten past that temptation.
Darling, tell me, are things as bad as you said? Are we broke?
I'm afraid so.
Ah. What's this?
A letter.
Oh,
heavens.
It is long, isn't it? And yet it's very short for what it tells.
What do you mean?
There's a woman's soul in it, Phyllis. Her whole life, a tragic one. And a great love.
Oh, what are you talking about? What woman?
Phyllis, I haven't time to explain now, dear. I must go.
Go? Where? Oh. Are you walking out on me?
Phyllis, darling, I'm not walking out on anything because there's nothing here to walk out on. There's nothing between us. We've both known that for a long time. Today, when I saw the world go to pieces, I realized how empty my life had been. And then I found this letter here, a letter out of the past. And it's given me something to live for. And I'd hope, Phyllis, that you might have found someone that would make you happy, too. But that's all in the future to be talked over. The great thing is, Phyllis, that there is a future.
Jimmy, won't you please eat something?
I'm not hungry, Aunt Julia.
But you must eat, darling. You can't go without food. I'll be down in a minute and fix you something you like.
Where's Uncle Bob?
He's gone uptown, dear, to make some arrangements. Will you see who that is, darling? Maybe your Uncle Bob now?
All right, Aunt Julia.
Well, I'd like to... Well, you're Jimmy, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Jimmy Jr.
I'll tell Aunt Julia you're here.
Wait. Just a minute. Jimmy Jr.
Aunt Julia just went upstairs. I'll call her.
Jimmy, I've come to see your mother.
My mother. My mother died.
I'm sorry. Next to you, I'm the sorriest person in the world. Come in, sit by me. You know, Jimmy, you and I have got to be great friends.
Yes, sir.
Tell me all about yourself. You go to military school, don't you?
Yes, sir.
What are all those medals for?
Different things. I won them.
What's this one for? Good behavior?
That's the academic award.
And this one?
That's just tennis.
Just tennis? How would you like to take me on?
I don't know about that. I did get a medal for swimming, but I lost the medal. But I can prove I had it. Look, it's on my coat in that picture. That's my mother.
Yes, I know. Tell me, how many medals have you all together now?
4, counting that one.
And this?
I got that on the rifle range.
Oh, you're a good shot, too. Do you like hunting?
You mean really hunting?
Yes, rabbits, quail. I even know why they have deer.
Honest?
Yes. How would you like to go hunting with me?
Hunting? With you?
Yes. Why not, Jimmy? I'm your father.
My father?